Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? It's it's Wednesday, December the 20th, and uh, got a good topic for today. My kids are out here. They're out of school. Yesterday was their last day of school. They're outside playing right now. So if you hear any kids screaming, that's my kids in the background playing with the puppy. So I had another topic that I was going to discuss today, but I thought about this one on our way home. I just took my kids out. I told them the other day when I was in the mountains, I was on the phone with them, and I told them that when I got back from the mountains that on Wednesday, because it was their first day off from school, that I was going to take them Christmas shopping today. So I let them sleep in this morning. I was kind of beat myself, pretty wore out from our trip that we did, and I got them up this morning, and my wife had picked up pizza last night, so I threw a couple of pieces of pizza on some paper plates, threw in the microwave for them, and then we headed out. I was trying to get out as early as possible so that we could beat the crowds, and unfortunately that didn't quite happen, which is going to lead into my topic for today. But so we left the house, and the bank that I bank with is a local bank here in town, and they close at 12 o'clock on Wednesdays. So I was trying to hurry up and get there so I could get some money out. I didn't want my wife to see exactly how much that we had spent on her, and I didn't want to use our joint card, so I just went and pulled some cash out of the bank. And when I walked into the bank, there was a sign on the front door, and it said basically like security measures that they have there now, and it had like a list of things, and it was like no hats, no sunglasses, no hoodies, this and that. And I actually was trying to go through the drive-through to do a withdrawal, and it was just taking way too long. So I drove around the side of the bank and then walked in that side door, and that's when I saw that sign. Anyway, walking the bank, I'm standing in line, and it's just taking so long. I started getting a little irritated with just the amount of time it was taking, and I was trying to be understanding. I mean, I get it, it's busy. But it was just taking a really long time. My kids were sitting in the car waiting on me, and got to the point where finally I was the last one in line, and I'm just looking around the bank. I see there's a lady that was in front of me that was standing at the teller, and there were some other people that were sitting down in some chairs. There was like a waiting area in there, and there was people sitting there, and I didn't have my phone on me. I was just looking around the bank and just, being observant of my environment. And I had taken my hat off when I walked into the bank because of that sign. And I had my sunglasses on as well, and I took those off, and I was standing there, and I'm waiting, and my hair just was a complete mess. And the lady that was standing in front of me had a hat on, and there was another gentleman there that had a hat on, and there were some people that were sitting there in the waiting area that had hoodies on, and the hoodie was actually pulled over their head, and it clearly stated when you walk in the bank that you're not supposed to have those things going on. And like I said, I had taken mine off, but after looking around and seeing all these people and nobody had said anything to them, I just said, okay, well, I'm just going to go and put my back on, because like I said, my hair was just a mess. So I walk up to the teller, and the first thing she says to me, instead of saying hello or, good morning or anything, is, you're not allowed to have that hat on. And I just looked at her, and I looked back around. I said, ma'am, there's other people in here with hats on and hoodies on, and no one said anything to them. And she just got an attitude with me and told me I need to remove my hat. So I did what she asked me to do, and I didn't have my sunglasses on still. They were sitting right here on the top of my hat. So I took everything off and went ahead and went through the transaction and walked out of the bank. I was pretty pissed at that point. I just don't understand why she singled me out, but either way. So we left. I kind of forgot about it, and you know, went to go to the store, and we went to one store, everything was fine there, and then we went to Walmart, and when we got to Walmart, it was just a crazy house. There's just people everywhere, completely packed. And then one of the things I cannot stand is going through the self-checkouts, and the lines were all full, and so we just went through the self-checkout and waited. And one of my kids had asked me if he could get this little box of like body spray, and I said, sure, get it, whatever. And after we had rung everything up, we had exceeded the amount of cash that I had pulled out of the bank, and I told my son, I said, hey, we're gonna have to take this off. And I didn't realize that you could do like a partial payment, so I just went ahead and told him to take it off. And when I did that, it said that I needed to speak with one of the people, I guess one of the guys that's in charge of that little area. They had to actually had to put their code in or whatever to void that item off of the transaction. And I was just going to pay for it separately with our card. The guy took forever to get over to us, and when he did, he just had an attitude. You could tell that he just didn't want to be there. Anyway, that ticked me off too. And not to mention, I just hate going through self-checkout. I mean, at the end of the day, I just hear so many horror stories of people getting in trouble because they forget to ring something up, and, you know, all these things, and I just hate doing it. Not to mention, I don't get paid to scan my own items, and I would prefer to have someone do it because I don't want to have an accident and forget to do something, ring something up, or anything. I mean, there's just so many scenarios that could happen there. I just would prefer someone else ring up my stuff for me. I already don't like the system, but that's a whole nother topic that I could get into. And then on the way out, of course, you always want to check your receipt. And I just looked at the lady like, seriously? And we left, and I was just annoyed at this point. And then we went to get in the car, and we were trying to leave, and traffic was horrible. And I do tend to have I do have road rage sometimes, and that's another story in itself, what happened. But anyway, the point of all this is that, you know, I might see kind of calm and everything in these videos, but I do tend to get worked up. I do have a temper, and one of the things that, you know, I always used to help me with my anger was alcohol. And that's why I'm bringing this up today, because I think a lot of us use alcohol for all sorts of things, and one of them can be when we're angry or having a really bad day. You know, we always resort back to the bottle, and it's you know, just one of those things that that we associate. You know, if you have a bad day, then you drink. If you got angry that day and something really got you angry, then you drink. If you had a good day, you drink. If there's something to celebrate, you drink. And I was just talking with somebody about this yesterday, you know, that every situation we make an excuse to drink. And I used to especially use alcohol whenever I would get angry. And like I said, I was in the restaurant industry for a long time, and that can be a very stressful environment by itself. And then, you know, you're in charge of, you know, 20 people in the kitchen or whatever have you. You know, at one point I had like 80 employees and 4 managers working underneath of me, and then you're dealing with, you know, thousands of people coming in and out the door. I mean, you're just setting yourself up to get angry about something. And you know, I spent a lot of my time, you know, just pissed off. And I would use alcohol to calm myself down. And, you know, now I don't have alcohol anymore. So, and I still get angry. And, you know, I'm just wondering, what do you guys do to help with the anger and to calm yourself down? You know, I've tried using some breathing techniques. Those have seemed to help out. What really helps me out most of the time, that I find that really helps me, is just to stop and to think about all the things in the world that I'm grateful for whenever I do get angry. And sometimes that can be really hard to do, because just when you're in the heat of the moment and you're mad, it's hard to think rationally sometimes. But you know, like I said, I really just try to stop and pause and think to myself, what are you thankful for? Think about all the things that you have in this world. You know, my family, my wife, you know, my mom, my dad, my brother, my nephews, just everybody in my life, you know, and I need to be grateful for that. You know, we have a nice home, we have our farm, you know, and physical possessions really are beside the point. But you know, just being thankful for what you have, and that could be, you know, just the fact that we're here today could be something to be grateful for, and it's something I'm grateful for every day. You know, when I first got my diagnosis, not only was I upset, but I was really angry, and I don't know what I was angry about. I don't know if I was angry at myself, but I was just angry in general because I just didn't understand. I didn't understand how I had liver disease as young as I was. You know, I knew that I drank a lot, but I thought that was something that older people got, and I didn't understand why me. But through all this and everything that I've done here on YouTube at this point now, you know, for a long time I was kind of lost, and now I really feel like I have a direction to move in, and I've got a purpose, and I really feel like doing these YouTube videos is giving me a purpose in life, and definitely helping people, discussing this topic, letting other people know they're not alone, you know, letting people know they're not alone in their feelings, letting people know they're not alone with their health situation. I mean, it can just be a lot. So, anyway, let me know what you think. You know, what do you do when you're angry? Give me some of your tips and tricks. I really would like to know. This is something that I'm still work on every single day, and you know, I'm not perfect by any means, and getting angry is just part of life. I'm probably get angrier than most. I do have a pretty quick temper. You know, when I used to drink, I used to lash out I used to really lash out. I don't do that anymore. I do a whole lot better job of controlling my emotions. You know, when I would drink, I would start, you know, just screaming and yelling and saying really ugly things, and I don't do that anymore. I do a 1,000 times better at controlling my emotions now, especially, you know, just lashing out and saying hurtful stuff. I just don't do that any longer. But it can still be inside of me. It can still swell inside of me. I mean, I feel the anger in me. I just do a lot better of controlling it, but I still get angry, and I you know, I don't know if that's ever going to go away. But I do a lot better job at controlling how I react, and I think that's with everything in life. You know, all kinds of stuff happens, but it's just how you react to it. I think, you know, getting angry or, you know, at certain situations are just natural, but, you know, we are in control of our own actions, and it's all about how you react to the situation. I haven't done the best job in the world at controlling my actions over the years, but over the last year and 7 months, I've done a heck of a lot better of controlling it, and that's, you know, I have to say, it's contributed not to drinking anymore. You know, removing the alcohol out of my life really did calm me down a lot more. I don't get drunk and just say things that I think, you know, that are going to hurt somebody because I'm angry, you know, and I really take the time to think about it for a minute before I say anything. And most of the time, especially if my wife and I are arguing or something, you know, 99.9% of the time now, I just say, you're right. And I'd rather just not, you know, fight and argue with her about anything. And, you know, most times out of any is, if I get angry about something, you know, like I said, it's either road rage or somebody will say something to me that's really out of the way. If we're at the grocery store, it happens all the time. For some reason, that will really get me angry. somebody says something to my children, or that really gets under my skin. And that, if somebody was to say something to my kids, I was out of the way, and I don't know what I would do if it was like something really bad. But like I said, I just try my best to control myself now, and take a second to think about all the things that I'm grateful for, especially during the holiday season. This is the time that we really need to appreciate everything we have, especially our family and our friends. I think a lot of the time that we overlook those things, and it's all about the presents and, the Christmas trees and the ornaments and the snowmen and all that stuff, and we're really not thinking about what this holiday is really about. It's about Jesus, and it's about being thankful, and I think sometimes we tend to forget that. Anyway, like I said, let me know what you've done that helps you out, and that you do to control your anger. I really want to know. Like I said, I'm not perfect, and I still get angry all the time. It's just what I do to control it. I did get my Facebook page up, and got a bunch of people already on there that sent me friend requests on there. I think that's going to be a really good place for everybody to communicate on. The Facebook page is liver.disease.2023. So hop on Facebook and send me a friend request. I'll accept you. I'm not going to turn anybody away. Like I said in my video the other day, though, please, everybody be nice to each other on there. Especially in the YouTube comments as well. If somebody's on there pouring their heart out and saying something, don't go on there and attack them. Don't go on there and criticize them. Let them say what they have to say, and I want it to be a place for everybody to communicate with each other and help each other out, and not a place for people to pick on each other or tell them what they're doing wrong and all those sorts of things. Let's all help each other out, and it's not something that happens very often. I'm just saying, I just want to reiterate the fact that I really want this to be a place for everybody to feel comfortable, to share, and to really to hold each other up, because that's what this is all about. We've got this great community of people. I mean, awesome group of people that are in the comment section every single time I post a video. Man, you guys are so awesome. I love all of y'all. I really do. I mean, I really consider you guys like my second family now. I mean, I really do. I mean, it's like the moment that I post a video, you guys are right up on there. And I really appreciate that. I mean, there's and excuse me if I don't remember your name right off the top of the head, but there's people like, Bud Smoke. He's on there every single video that I post up, posting positive stuff. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I can't, that dude Fresh 1980, I see him in there all the time. And excuse me if I don't have your name right. I'm going to write these names down on the next video that I do, and give a shout out to all you guys that hop right in those comment sections every time. Those are just the ones I can remember right off the top of my head right this second. And excuse me if I didn't write that stuff down. Don't feel left out, because I'm going to do another video and write all of your names down. The ones of you that are in the comment section every video, I have to give you guys a shout out. Because you guys are really supporting this channel, and I really appreciate it so much. You guys really are helping me more than you know. So once again, I love all of you, and you guys are really like my second family now. And I'm gonna continue to make these videos, like I said, for as long as I can. I do have my procedure coming up January 4th. That's the procedure on my pancreas again, where they're going to pull those 2 stents out, and they're going to put 3 stents in this time. That's going to be pretty painful, and I will be hospitalized for 2 days after that procedure. But I'm going to continue to make videos when I'm in the hospital. And the hospital does have pretty good internet service there as well, so shouldn't be an issue posting. That was one of the reasons that I posted a bunch of videos while I was in the mountains too, is because the internet signal up there was so good, and it was just a good opportunity for me to post up some videos while I was there. So, like I said, hop on that Facebook page, please. Send me a friend request. I'm going to accept it, and, let's start communicating on there. Let's try using that Facebook page to talk about this topic today. Talking about anger, and talking about, the tips and tricks that you guys use to calm yourself down and you know, get a little bit more level-headed. But either way, hey guys, thank you so much again, and I'll see you on the next video. I'm not exactly sure. I might try to make another one today. I might just wait until tomorrow. It really just depends on the day. We're about to go in here and take the presents that we got from my wife and wrap those up, and go ahead and get those underneath the Christmas tree for her. She doesn't watch these videos, so that she's not gonna know. She just prefers not to watch them. She said this is for me, and she doesn't want to look at it and spoil it. So she just wants this to be just for me alone, and that's great, you know, that she understands. So anyway, if you don't watch these videos again until after Christmas, Merry Christmas, everybody. And but I know a lot of you will continue to watch, so I'll see you again, and I'll definitely make a Christmas video. That's got to happen. So anyway, like I said, next video coming up real soon. Let me know your tips and tricks. Hop on that Facebook. That's the Facebook name is liver.disease.2023. Looking forward to all you guys sending me friend requests. I'll be on there all day accepting requests. I just set the push notifications up on that Facebook app too, so it'll let me know. If you've sent me a message and I haven't gotten right back to you, it's just because I'm having a hard time with the push notifications. I'm trying to get all my settings set up so I can see it. And a lot of times in the YouTube comment section too, for some odd reason, it puts comments in different places. I really have to go searching for those comments sometimes. So if you sent me a comment, it was 3 days ago, and I haven't gotten back to you yet, I am so sorry. Like I said, for some reason, it takes the comments and it'll put them in another place. I have to go to like the analytics and studio to find them. Sometimes they're right underneath the videos, and sometimes they're not. But I am going through and looking through all those comments since I've been back. Trying to make sure I'm responding to everybody. So if I didn't get back with you, it's not on purpose. I'm gonna try to get through and make sure I respond to everybody. So anyway, with that said, have a great day. I love you all. God bless everyone, and I'll see you again on the next video.